Hey, what's up, everybody? I've never done this before, but I played a game of chess today, and it was like probably the best game of chess that I ever played. And it's not because I like played super well or anything. It's just like the ebbs and flows of the game were really wild. And I never done this before, and I just had it in my head. Thought I'd give it a shot. I wanted to do like a little just walk through of the game, and maybe I'll teach some people who don't know anything about chess. Maybe I'll teach them a few things, just for fun, and I hope it blesses y'all. Um, so I played this game, and it was with this guy from Cambodia, because you can play people from all over. This was on chess.com. It's a cool little app. I've played a lot of chess since my mom passed. It's been a blessing just because it's something to apply my mind to. And I'm just gonna go through this game. I normally wouldn't do this, but it was such a good game, and I just wanted to talk about it. Just kind of go through it. And this is a game review, so I'm gonna show you like the replay of it. Okay, so let's get it cracking. I'll just start the review. Okay, this is how it opened up, and you can kind of get a look at how everything shook out. Pretty standard, nothing too crazy. Kind of opened it up there. Let's see what the next key move. As you can see, it was a lot of jockeying around position wise. You know what I'm saying? Um, it says that I missed a move here, but you know what I'm saying, I miss a lot. I miss a lot because it's tough. But yeah, I'm not gonna let it fast forward. I'll go slow. So he jumps in, this dude from Cambodia, and he jumps in and like it says it's a blunder. When it got two question marks, that's a blunder. And by the way, the knights, they move in like an L fashion. So if it's here, it can go here, it can go here, it can go here. You know what I'm saying? And here and here and even there. But they're tricky. These can move in an L fashion. These move in diagonals, and the queen can move anywhere, like any direction. These can only go laterally or in a straight line. But I keep it going. Hope y'all ain't lost interest yet, if y'all ain't already. But yeah, let's keep it going. So he jumps. I take his dude. He steps up. They say another blunder. I took that. You know what I'm saying? And they said that was a great move. They got a different like type of rating system where it goes all the way up to brilliant. Obviously, that was a great move. So it's like that ain't quite brilliant, but it's still good. And it's tough seeing stuff. Like I'm playing on a little clock. It's not like a super fast clock, but it's not the slowest it could be. But yeah, let's keep it going. Okay, so he pops his queen up. Like I said, the queen is like the most valuable piece, like besides the king, because the king is the one that if you get checkmated, which means if it's threatened and it can't get out of the threat, that's checkmate. Okay, let's keep it going though. So I castle. He already castled. Okay, he jumps his knight out. I jumped my queen out. They didn't really like that move. It said it's inaccuracy. Okay, so he pops up. I pop back. He does this. This is tricky because if you can tell, he's threatening right here. But I have that double covered by my queen and my rook. So it's tricky. Okay. They didn't like that move. See, what I did there is I didn't like his queen being around, so I thought I'm just gonna trade queens if he'll take it. So I do that, and we just get the queens off the board. Okay. So I don't know if you can tell here, but it says +4, and like obviously I have a knight and a pawn extra than he does, so I'm in an advantage, but I'm going to lose that advantage. But it keeps going. So I move up my pawn to threaten his knight here. Okay, let's keep it going though. He takes my knight. My knight is covering my other knight, so I take back. Okay, he pops around. He's jumping around. I pop my pawn up to threaten his bishop, which is right here. He moves back. I move my knight. I'm just trying to get some position. He jumps over there. They didn't like this move. Oh, this move right here, I missed it. I didn't see that his knight was threatening my bishop. I just, my brain wasn't looking. So that's how chess is sometimes. You be like, you think you're weighing all the possibilities, but then you miss something because you're focused on what you're doing. But yeah, so I lose my advantage here. And obviously that's a great move on his part because he took advantage of my blunder. Uh, you know, but I missed that. And then, now it's basically even again. I'm +1, but it's just a pawn, which is not a big deal. So I threaten his rook up there with my knight because it moves in the L fashion. Over 3, up 1, in any direction. So he gets out of danger. I move my rook over here. He opens up a line here. He's opening up the line. Okay, so I take that bishop. He gave it to me. I know I'm about to lose my bishop because this knight is covering that square. So he keeps going. He takes it. Understandable. Okay, what I'm thinking here is I'm trying to put a wedge because these rooks are threatening each other. So I'm thinking if he takes my rook, I'll take back. You'd rather lose a knight than a rook, even though the knights are really good in their own way. Okay, so he jumps. All right. They don't like this move on my part. What I'm thinking I'm going to try to get my rooks together, but, obviously they didn't like it. But he didn't take advantage of it. He didn't take advantage of it. All right, so I do what I was thinking. He does the same thing. I threaten his knight. He jumps out of danger. See, they like this move. And the reason I did that is because I wanted to cover my rooks. I wanted to, if we get in this trade where we're trading rooks like that, because I'm fixing to do something, I had a plan. If we get in that rook trade, I want to be able to take his rook. And I think they kind of figured that out because it said that's a great move there. Okay, so let's keep it going. He threatens my knight. I was planning to move my knight anyways to kind of sacrifice it. So I do that. They say it's a blunder. I did that on purpose because I wanted to get this open and start trading our rooks, which I don't know if it was a good move or not, but that's what I wanted to do. So he takes, great move. I take back with my rook. Okay, then he pops down, takes my rook, and this is why I moved my king, so I could get that rook, even though it gets a little shaky here because I didn't want to lose my knight. But it's funny because he misses that. So I take my king. Here, he should take my knight, but he doesn't. He just jumps his knight in here. I don't even know what he was accomplishing. Maybe just a slip or, he was just thinking about his next move. But yeah, so I keep my knight. I ended up keeping that knight for a long time, But that knight, now it's knight and pawns and a king on both sides. And you think like this is not going to be a very good game, but it gets pretty wild. Okay, so he puts me in check. Sorry if I'm boring y'all. I do apologize. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm doing this, but I hope it's fun for someone. All right, but this is where it gets wild. Okay, so he puts me in check. I move my king, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to get this pawn across so I can get another queen. So I don't know if y'all know that, but when you get a pawn across the board in chess, you can turn it into any piece. So if you want anything, you can get it. But most of the time you want a queen because the queen is the best piece. But some scenarios where you want other things too. So I'm just trying to create threats all over. I'm thinking I want to get this pawn across and, just jumping around. Okay, it puts me in check again. I'm just jumping around. He's trying to get my pawn. I think he ends up getting that pawn. We're going to find out. Yeah, he gets that pawn. So I'm trying to work on this one over here. All right, just keeping it going, keeping it going. Puts me in check again. Boom, boom. He takes my dude, but now I'm working on this here. But I don't even take that. I just try to get my dude straight across the board so I can get a queen. All right, so now I'm in a good position. But as you can see, just because I'm in a good position doesn't mean it's going to go great. Because this guy makes some great moves in his disadvantageous position. So I should be good here. But I play a little ambitiously and kind of jump around. Okay, they said that's a good move. You know, I'm trying not to let him get a queen. Because if he gets a queen, I'm in some trouble, big trouble, But yeah, it keeps going. But you're gonna see the move where I really mess up. I'm trying to take his pawns. I got his pawns. I'm feeling pretty good. I just gotta be careful because if you can't keep the king in check and it can't move, it'll be a stalemate. So you gotta be careful because a stalemate's just like a draw. So it's basically not a win. All right, so he's working on some stuff. I'm trying to checkmate him at this point. But as you'll see, that was a good move on his part. He got out of danger and he got out of check. Okay, here we go. This is where it gets kind of wild. That move there was a mistake on my part because now you'll see he's going to jump here and he'll have that L and it's going to be, that's what they call it, a fork. It's a fork move where this was killer for me because like now he's threatening my king and my queen. So I have to move my king because I'm in check. But I'm going to lose my queen, which is really unfortunate. And I was like bummed about this. But, luckily I have one pawn left and he has no pawns. This pawn plays a big part in the end of this. So he takes my queen. Boo. But, it keeps going. So I'm trying to get this pawn across so I can get one more queen. It's like my last ditch effort. Because it's hard to checkmate with a knight. I don't even know if it's possible. It's especially above my level, But keeping it going. So this is a wild position here. So he's threatening where my pawn could be promoted to a queen. Me, I'm thinking, crap, that's tough. Because he could block it too, but then I'll take it with the knight. So what I think is I'm going to bait him. I'm going to bait him so I can get that queen. So I put my dude where he can take my knight, which is really bad because then I'm going to have nothing. But if I can get a queen, it'll be worth it. So he takes the bait. He kind of has to. But I get my queen. This was a big position. Like, this gave me hope. I was like, oh, yeah, because you can checkmate with a king and a queen. And so at this point, it's like a lot of dancing. And then I get his knight, which is woo. But then I'm trying not to let him get a stalemate. Because if I get in the wrong position where he's not in check, but he can't move, if his king can get to that place, I'll get a draw, which it will take away my win, even though I'm up on pieces. But that's how chess works. It's a very cerebral game, You got to finish them. So I just dance it. I've learned some lessons on how to checkmate with a king and a queen, but I had to use those lessons here. So I get them, checkmate. This was a wild game because I was in some awkward positions. I made some dumb plays, but this guy played well. He was a higher rank than me, just not by much. But this guy from Cambodia, I even friended him because I was like, and I just got off work. I saw he accepted my friend request because when you have a game like that with somebody, sometimes you want to capture that experience and do it again. But it was a great game. I don't know if this was crazy. I don't even know if I got a good camera angle on this, but I just want to say, like, life is wild, and sometimes we can learn stuff from chess, just about, not quitting, about learning from our mistakes, about, making good moves, wise moves, and considering threats and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, I hope y'all have a good day. I hope, if y'all didn't follow me for this, I'm sorry. But God bless, and I hope y'all got a kick out of this if I did a good job and I end up posting this. But yeah, God bless. And, it says you have a pretty competitive game there. The opening was balanced. The mid game was fairly even. You outmaneuvered your opponent in the end game. And it was a lot of fun. It took a lot of time. Like those moves, they were slower than it was. As you can see, it started out at 15 minutes, but now we're at 2 minutes, and you can get time back if you move real fast. So it's not really an accurate representation of the time elapsed. But it was a really fun game. The computer rated it as I had 73%. He had 68. Out of 100. So, but there was like 3 blunders on each side and great moves and best moves. No brilliant moves, but fun game. Hope it blesses y'all if I end up posting this. Take care. God bless.